Elijah, and the Widow of Zarephath. A long time ago, there was a prophet named Elijah. He was a special messenger from God. Elijah was a powerful prophet in ancient Israel, known for his unwavering faith in God during a time when many people were worshipping false gods. His name means "My God is Yahweh," which perfectly captures his mission to bring the people of Israel back to the worship of the one true God. One day, Elijah went to King Ahab and told him that there would be no rain or dew for a long time until he said so. This meant there would be a drought, and everyone would have very little water and food. God told Elijah to go and hide by a brook called Korath Ravine. Elijah drank water from the brook, and God sent ravens to bring him bread and meat every morning and evening. It was like having a picnic every day. But after a while, the brook dried up because there was no rain. God told Elijah to go to a town called Zarephath, where a widow would take care of him. When Elijah arrived at the town gate, he saw a widow gathering sticks. He asked her for a little water and a piece of bread. The widow was very sad. She said,
"I only have a little flour and oil left. I was going to make one last meal for my son and me, and then we will have nothing left to eat."
Elijah told her,
"Don't be afraid. Go home and make some bread for me first. Then, make some for yourself and your son. God promises that your jar of flour and jug of oil will not run out until it rains again."
The widow did as Elijah said. And guess what? Her jar of flour and jug of oil never ran out. Every day, there was enough food for Elijah, the widow, and her son. It was a miracle. One day, the widow's son became very sick and died. The widow was very upset and asked Elijah why this had happened. Elijah took the boy to his room and prayed to God, asking him to bring the boy back to life. Elijah stretched himself out on the boy 3 times and prayed. God listened to Elijah, and the boy came back to life. Elijah took the boy back to his mother, and she was so happy. She knew that Elijah was a true man of God. And so, Elijah stayed with the widow and her son, and they all had enough to eat until the drought ended and rain came again. The story of Elijah and the widow at Zarephath teaches several important lessons. Even in the most difficult and desperate times, God can provide for our needs in miraculous ways. The widow trusted Elijah's words and saw God's provision through the never-ending supply of flour and oil. God sent Elijah to a poor widow, showing that he cares for and provides for those who are in need and vulnerable. This demonstrates God's compassion and love for all people, regardless of their status. The story illustrates that God is faithful to his promises. He kept his promise to provide for Elijah, the widow, and her son throughout the drought. Overall, the story encourages us to trust in God's care and provision, to have faith even in challenging times, and to be obedient to God's guidance.
Thank you. We will see in the next video. Until next time, may blessings guide your path.